Let's talk about a very interesting method in Python. It applies to strings. If you have a variable that contains a string and you want to know if there is some other substring inside there, so for example the name John Smith, if you want to know the name Smith is inside that variable, the find function will allow you very quickly and easily to determine if the name Smith is part of that variable. Yeah, and you don't have to write a lot of code for it, so it's a very convenient, very nice thing. So we're going to determine if the target string, that's the string to be searched, contains the string we're looking for. The format is the string that you want to apply the find to, dot find. The query is the string you're looking for. The start is where you want to begin inside the variable to search for the string you're looking for, and end is where you want to end. So you do not have to search the entire variable every time. You can just search part of it. You could start in the middle and go to the end. You could start 1/3 of the way through and stop 2/3 of the way through, whatever. But that's what these allow you to do, these parameters. If it finds the substring within the main string, it will return the position where that substring starts. If not, it will return a -1. So if the substring is not found within the target, it will return nothing. Let's define a string, and we'll just insert A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and we'll make that our target string to play with here. So what we'll do is we'll try this function. We take our variable string, which is this, and this is where we got it from. We'll apply the method to it. We say dot find, and then we say, okay, look for quote def quote. Now notice I'm not using the start and end, so the default is beginning of string, position 0, to end of string, whatever that is. I'm predicting it's going to come up with a 3, so see if you agree with me on that. Remember that in Python, variables begin at position 0, not position 1. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our string variable right here and we're going to apply find to it again. We're going to look for exactly the same substring, def, but here we're going to begin at position 4 and we're going to end at position 10. And I'm going to predict it returns a -1 when we do that. Here we will print a blank. The next example, let's create a new string. We'll call it my string, and we're going to put my name is Jonathan Smith into the variable. Okay, then we're going to print our variable, apply the method to it, and we're going to search for Smith with a capital S. We're going to begin at position 0 and we're going to end at position 100. Now you notice this variable is not 100 characters long. I'm predicting it will return a 21, and then we'll print another blank line. Now here we're going to do things a little differently. I'm going to say apply the find method to our variable that we defined up here. My name is Jonathan Smith variable. We're going to apply that method to it, and we're going to look for little smi. We're going to start at 0, we're going to end at 100. Now you see I can store the value into a variable that I get from this method. The output from the method will go into a variable. We're going to print that variable, and I'm predicting we come up with a -1. Okay, the last thing, we can use find with the keyword in, and so it will return true, false, and rather than the position. So if you want to use a binary logic, you can do that instead. So our string is 2 B's or not 2 B's, that is the question. And then I'm going to say if B's in string, and then it will just do the logic. If it finds B's, it will print found B's, and if not, it will not. Okay, so let's run it. And here's a 3. So why did we get a 3? Well, 0 is A, 1 is B, 2 is C, and D begins at 3. So it returned our starting position. So that's correct. This line is correct. Here we start at position 4. Well, position 4 is E, so it begins the search at E and carries forward. Well, it's not going to find D, E, F because, well, it's too late. I mean, it started after the D, so it cannot find the D, E, F. So it returned over here a -1. Okay, going on down here, my string.find Smith, capital S-M-I-T-H, begins at 0, which is the right here, and searched to the 100th position, which is past the end of string, but it doesn't really care. And if you count, you'll find that Smith begins in position 21, if you remember that M is in position 0. Okay, next example, fname. My string find, we're going to look for small s, mi, and over here it returned a -1. So why did it return a -1? Because it is case sensitive. If you want to search on regardless of case, you have to use some of the other case methods to ensure that it's not case sensitive, but the normal find is case sensitive. And then the last one, okay, we had it search this string to see if the word bees is in there, and it says found bees. Okay, so that's it. Find is a very useful method in Python. I hope you found this useful and interesting in your Python programming.